Indecision is the root cause of all failure. Now, I know most people will say, oh, no, it's because I didn't have the right avenue. I didn't have the right plan, or I didn't have the right strategy. I didn't have all these external things that come up as to the reason why someone's not successful. But you got to think about it like this. If Elon Musk was indecisive about starting his businesses, he wouldn't have done 8 businesses before he finally landed on Tesla, or 9, or whatever the number is. Most people are just always stuck in analysis paralysis. They're stuck paralyzed by fear of the future, sometimes even fear of success. And you have to ask yourself, me staying in this terrible situation, like imagine the house is on fire when it comes to your weight loss journey. You're in a burning house. Like if you're over 300 pounds, you're in a burning house. If you stay in this burning house, what's gonna happen if I don't move, if I don't change, if I don't do anything? More of the same, more weight gain, more unhappiness, more lack of confidence. In fact, most people think that, hey, if I just wait another year and try to figure this out to lose weight, I'll be in the same position. But are you in the same position as you were last year? Do you weigh the same amount? If you didn't do anything this year, you probably weigh more weight. You probably are heavier than you were last year. And so ask yourself, am I willing to go through another year of doing the same things over and over again, hoping for a different result? Everybody's heard the saying, doing the same thing twice, or like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, is the definition of an insanity, right? And so if you keep doing things that are not making the needle move forward, if you're not seeing results, if you're not making a change, and you're staying stagnant, hoping and praying that one day you're gonna wake up in the best possible shape, it's never gonna happen. The time's never perfect to do this. I remember when I was 350 pounds, it took me 6 months, which you guys might think that's not a long time. That's a fucking long time. Think back to whatever 6 months ago was. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. What's that, like April or some shit? Long ass time ago, 6 months. Remember April? It took me 6 months to finally decide to lose weight after I had already seen my brother lose 50 pounds. I was the one being there like, oh man, you're not gonna lose weight. There's no way this is gonna be sustainable. You're not gonna keep this off, man. You're just gonna come right back to being fat like me, and it's all gonna be for nothing. Come to find out, my brother lost 50 pounds and kept it off for like the whole entire semester while we were in school. And I was like, holy crap, like he has lost the weight. Now there's no excuse for me anymore. If he can do it, I can do it too. And you know what's the crazy part about seeing somebody get results that are in the same position as you? Is that you operate faster and you get to the results faster than they did. Because now you're learning from their mistakes. But most importantly is you have this drive, you have this motivation that can carry you through all the tough times that person had to deal with and didn't have the proper resources to do that. Now you know what to do. Now you know how to get there faster. So if you're a person that's been hesitant on losing weight, you've been thinking about doing it, but for some reason you can't get yourself to take action, this is the thought process you need to think over. First question you need to ask is, what's gonna happen if I stay the same? Okay? Now think about that. Like, okay, let's fast forward 3 to 6 months. If I stay in the same position, what's gonna happen? Well, I'll probably gain more weight. I'll probably have more back pain. I probably will jump up in another size t-shirt. And put yourself in that position now, because that future version of you is giving you guidance on the actions to take now. So that future version would be like, okay, no, just stay stagnant, stay in the same position. The one that's, gaining more weight, stay in the same position, keep eating that food, don't lose weight, don't get a coach, don't get help, stay in the same position. Now you're living like that guy. But if you want to be the person that loses weight, now fast forward, what happens in 3 to 6 months if I fucking pull this off? If I really lose weight and I stay consistent and I get the results, like what's gonna happen? Well, I'm gonna be more confident, I'm gonna be healthier, I'm gonna be happier. People are gonna look at me with like a sense of admiration and respect. People are gonna be giving me compliments all the time. My clothes, like my pants, they don't have to rub up in the middle. I got those wedgies, I don't gotta pick my t-shirts anymore. I can, say no to foods. I'm gonna have this level of discipline and this level of joy when I go to sleep at night, knowing that I'm doing everything possible to become the best version of myself. And think about that in 3 to 6 months. If that does happen, what would that guy do right now? What would that person do in this moment to be in that position? Now, of course, there's going to be trials and tribulations. There's going to be difficulties along the way. No one's saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be hard either way. It's going to be hard to get to where you want to go, but the payoff is much better. Or it's going to be hard if you don't do anything and you stay in the same position and you keep feeling the same emotions that you're feeling now, 3 to 6 months now. It's going to be harder. It's probably going to be 10 times harder because now you have to live with the regret. Right now, you might not even be feeling a level of regret. Probably have, because you've been overweight for a long time. But now you're going to be feeling with a level of regret that's on top of all the pain that you're feeling from being overweight. And so my best suggestion to you, if you're in the moment of being hesitant on losing weight, take the first step, whatever that is. Hire the coach, go to the gym, get around people that you see are fit, and just be in that energy, because the energy is going to dictate who you become. The energy of the fat person that gains more weight, or the energy of the person that's in much better shape and a happier, healthier, confident version. Those are two paths that you can choose. Which one do you want? You are left with the choice, the free will to do whatever you want. Live with those outcomes though. Do I want to be in this awesome position, or do I want to be in a worse position? It sounds like an obvious decision. It sounds like an obvious choice to make, but most people never do it because they don't believe that this is possible yet, and they don't believe this is possible yet. But if we look at history, if we look at your history and we say, okay, what have I already been operating as? What are the decisions that I have made that can give me some validation as to if these two things are going to work out? Well, if you thought about losing weight 5 months ago and 5 months went by and you didn't lose any weight, you stayed in the same position, you stayed hesitant just like you were back then, do you weigh more? And is your lifestyle quality and the way you feel about yourself even worse? It's probably worse. So extrapolate that to another 3 to 6 months in the future. If this keeps going on again, I'm going to experience the same thing in 3 to 6 months. Now, take it back to a time where you were successful, where you did lose weight and you just made the decision. You didn't think twice. You didn't keep second guessing yourself, and you took immediate action. You stopped. You lost weight. You probably lost 20, 30 pounds. Sometimes I've seen people lose 70 to 100 pounds. And they got to a position where they were happy with themselves and fuck, this is possible. I can do it. But then they gave up. They went back because they didn't stay true to that. They got there, and for some reason, maybe along the way, they did it in a way that wasn't sustainable, and they didn't like the process. They thought it was too hard. They gained it back. That's the problem of doing it the wrong way. But if you work with us, you see we've done it the right way, because in the last 5 years, I've cracked the code, man. I figured it out. I know who I want to be. I make decisions based like that guy, and I get his results. It's that simple. Me filming this video right now is proof of that. I know that the more videos I make on YouTube, it's going to grow the channel, which is going to grow our visibility, which is going to get us more clients, which is more money. One of my goals is to make my business make more money. So that's why I'm doing this video. Because again, I know that version of me would be doing this right now. So I'm doing the actions to get there. And you will see in 3 to 6 months from now, I'm going to be in a better position. I'm going to have more opportunities because I'm doing the things necessary to get there. I'm not going to stay stagnant. I'm not going to second guess, do I need to film a YouTube video right now? No, I'm going to take action. And this thought process is what I learned on the weight loss journey. And you won't get that until you start taking action and start seeing results. I'm so sold and proven on this belief system that I know it works, which is why I am where I am today. Grown an Instagram account from 0 followers to 260,000. TikTok to 0 to 2.8 million. YouTube from 0 to 50 something thousand. 60,000, I don't know the number. But it's proof that the more work you put in, the more results you get. And so decide which outcome you want in your life and make the decisions necessary to get there. Thanks for watching.